Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, as James as always. But before we start the video off, I want you guys to remember two things. Like the video, subscribe if you're new here to the channel. Now, kicking off Wrestlemania week, baby. I told you guys saw by the video. Today's Monday. That means it's NXT Takeover New York preview and predictions right here on the channel. So we come back from the break, we're going to talk about the best show of the weekend, which you already know that. As what the last 3 years this has been going on since WrestleMania 32 weekend. NXT has been whooping WWE's ass as for WrestleMania the last 3 years. You know what? Actually, the last time, every time they do a pay-per-view cross promotion, they whoop WWE's ass. I don't know the last time WWE's actually had a better show than Takeover. Like, I don't even know. Like, even Takeover's worst matches are still better than WWE's matches. So, when we get back from the break, we're going to break down this match card and all the news and rumors for you guys here as far as TakeOver New York goes. So get something to drink. Put your feet up. And let's get back here for talk about TakeOver New York. Alright guys, welcome back here to the channel. Now, as far as this card goes to TakeOver New York, now we do know injury of Tommaso Ciampa. Literally, guys. I mean, they've been building this feud for what, almost 2 years. Literally, this has been some of the best work in a while. As WWE goes, it's been some of the best work in a while. Now we know takeovers or NXT, they're always known for the storytelling, but this is this brought me back to. I don't want to compare it to this, but the build-up to that rivalry brought me back to HBK and Shawn Michaels type of shit. Like, you know, when Shawn Michaels and HBK were like the best of friends, you know, Michaels took the time off after dealing with his back injury and stuff like that. Then he came back. You're like, oh shit, DX is back together. It's Triple H and Shawn Michaels, the boys again. You know what I'm saying? Then, boom, later that night, somebody jumped Shawn Michaels in the parking lot. We didn't know who it was. And then Triple H came up and said, yeah, I did it, Shawn. I did it, Shawn. I was like, oh my God. But Gargano and Ciampa had that type of feel, like it was so personal. Like, it was personal to the point where, Gargano was like seeing his wife, like literally just sitting there, seeing his wife look at him on the ground, like being decimated by Ciampa. I mean, we had a point where Ciampa, I think, took off Gargano's wedding ring and like spat on it and threw it away. We had some epic matches. We had non-sanctioned match. There was a last man standing match, I believe they had too. Then you had them get back together, you know, as a tag team for the Dusty Road Classic. You had that. I mean, we had points of Johnny turning heel, which I wouldn't even say Johnny turned heel with his feud with Ricochet. It was just Johnny knowing what he had to do to win. Like, you know what I'm saying? Johnny was He was called Johnny Failure. Like, he lost to the Velveteen Dream. He lost to Aleister Black. So, like, he had to beat Ricochet. He had no other choice but to beat Ricochet. So I even call Johnny turning heel. I just call Johnny, like, doing whatever it takes to win. Which I never, when somebody does whatever it takes to win, I don't call them as being a heel. I call them that as just being, like, it's your last resort. You have no other options. You must win. So he beat Ricochet, become the North American champion. And then, oh my God, the Velveteen Dream and Gargano had one of the best matches of this year so far. And that was just on a freaking weekly epic sided TV show for the week. It wasn't even a takeover pay-per-view. It was just a good-ass match on TV, which we rarely get in WWE now these days, which is a good TV match. But anyways, then it led to Gargano and Ciampa being a Dusty Rhodes Classic, and then they have lost to Undisputed Era, right? Did they beat Undisputed Era, I think? No. They beat the Undisputed Era, and I believe they lost to Aleister Black and Ricochet. Correct me, guys, down below if I'm wrong. Did they lose to Aleister Black and Ricochet? I think they did, right? I believe they lost Aleister Black and Ricochet. Anyways, now this was taped before Gargano before Ciampa's neck injury, which again, there's some people reports are saying that Ciampa's neck injury was like on a Raw, one of the Raw shows, but whatever it was, Ciampa was working through a neck injury, and like he had to have the surgery. Like, he couldn't take the pain no more. He had to have the surgery. This was done after they already done all the filming and stuff. So it's like, then you saw Johnny turn on Ciampa, and you're like, damn it, there we go. And Ciampa has his neck injury later, a couple weeks after the taping, and you're like, fuck! Like, all the hard work Triple H was doing, and then Ciampa unfortunately had a neck injury. So, Ciampa had the neck injury. So, Triple H is like, what the fuck? So, you had people saying, you know what, maybe they should do a tournament style for Takeover, like remove Matt Riddle and Velveteen Dream. Let's put them in a tournament. You could do a one-night tournament, and then you have the semifinals and the finals on the show. Or if you want to, you have the tournament start on Takeover or start on the NXT. Like, build it up weekly. But, unfortunately, I'm not going to complain. The match that Triple H made was fucking phenomenal. It was the Fatal 5-Way. It was the Fatal 5-Way between, I believe it was Adam Cole, Dream, Black, Ricochet, and Matt Riddle. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. That's all you guys need to know. The freaking match was phenomenal. Now, was it the right outcome? I say yes. Ricochet and Aleister Black are both going to be moved up to... They're going to be both moved up to Raw and SmackDown, so it like really doesn't matter. So they didn't factor to me into the match. Then you go down to Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream, he had his shot against Ciampa. So he's a North American champion. So I was like, you know what, Velveteen Dream, let's keep him where he's at right now. I think he'll eventually become a champ, the NXT champion. I will see it in the future. Matt Riddle, just not his time. It's just not Matt Riddle's time yet. He's getting there, but it's not his time yet. So that leaves Adam Cole. That leaves my man Adam Cole. To me, it was the right decision. Now, the match that Triple H gave us that we're going to have, 2 out of 3 falls, I dig it. I dig it. Now, that's the main story for the preview predictions. It is literally, that is the main story. It is the Gargano, Adam Cole. We'll say that prediction for the end and where I see them going and who I see winning that match. So, let's get into the rest of the card here. Now, am I kind of pissed, though, that my girl Toni Storm is on the card? I mean, you guys are... I see Triple H is featuring the NXT UK champion. I see he's featuring that. No problem with that. I know my girl Rhea Ripley is injured. Maybe that's why we don't have a NXT... God damn it. NXT UK Women's Championship match on the card. Maybe it's due because my girl Rhea Ripley is injured, which... I mean... Is there anybody else down there in NXT UK that I would rather see face my girl Toni Storm? I mean, that's the kind of situation I'm like, well, there's nobody else on the NXT roster that's like worthy to face Toni Storm. For example, I'm saying like for the NXT US roster, they're all tied up with freaking Shayna Baszler. So and then down in NXT UK, there's not really. I mean, you can say Killer Kelly. Piper Niven's just showed up, so I mean, you can't just give her a match out of nowhere, like, oh, Piper Niven gets a title shot out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, work your way up. But, maybe we'll see Toni Storm appearance. Maybe, you know what, we get a face-off. Maybe, you know, we get a face-off of whoever wins the championship in the Fatal 4 Women's match. Maybe face-off with Toni Storm. Maybe a Bianca Belair Toni Storm match. You know? Maybe down the line. But, I mean, it's what it is. I'm sure my girl Toni Storm will be there in attendance. So, I have no issue with that, I guess. But, there's not too much to complain about when it comes to Triple H and NXT. Like, me just complaining about Toni Storm not being on the show is like literally like probably the only negative you're going to get from me on this preview prediction. Okay, now as far as, let's continue here. Well, we got Matt Riddle versus Velveteen Dream for North American Championship. We have the NXT Tag Team title match, Ricochet and Black versus the War Raiders. The Women's Fatal 4-Way, we'll touch on that too. And then we have the 2 out of 3 falls match for the NXT title. That's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You hear that, guys? There's only 5 matches on this show. And this is why Triple H, I like Triple H. For example, for WrestleMania, there was rumored to be 17 fucking matches. Now, obviously we're not going to have 17 matches now that Asuka lost to Charlotte. So that next knocks it down probably to, maybe 14 matches. Again, as Triple H gets the logic in his head, not everybody has to be on TakeOver. You have to earn, keyword guys, you have to earn your way on a show. For example, I love Keith Lee. You tell me Keith Lee does not deserve to be on this fucking card? Okay? I love Keith Lee. Who else is who's on this fucking card? I'm trying to think of anybody else important. David Dijak. Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne. Who else is down there at NXT that's anybody else important? I'm trying to think. Anybody else important that's not on this show? Cassius Ono not on this show. Street Profits. Street Profits not on the show. You see what I'm saying? You have to earn to be on TakeOver, people. You don't just automatically say, oh, we got to be on the show. No. You got to earn to be on this card. You can't just not just on. Triple H's not going to throw you on here because you have to be on here. No, you have to earn it. The same thing at WrestleMania, which we'll get into when we do the preview prediction. You can't just show up 1 month out of the year like, oh shit, I got to be in WrestleMania. No. If you've been in hibernation the last 11 months throughout the year, and this thing's because it's fucking March. Now I got to be on WrestleMania. No. If you don't factor into storyline build up to the show, you don't need to be on the show. That's what I love about Triple H. Keeps it old school. You must earn your way on the show, people. You don't just get to be on the show because, it's WrestleMania season. No, baby. No, ain't how it works. Now, let's get to some of these preview predictions. I think that was how long of an intro was that shit, people? That may be one of my longest intros. That was a 10-minute intro for you guys. Now let's go ahead and break down this card again. We have 5 matches. So let's get into some news and rumors before we do the preview and predictions for TakeOver in New York. Now, the one thing, let's get into this, to the match, because we're going to kick it off with the women, because again, I have a lot of stuff to talk about the women for you guys. It looks like there could be a ladder match stipulation added to the Fatal 4-Way for the women's match. Now, this comes from Wrestling Inc. So, let's get into this. If you guys have seen the NXT New York, the freaking logo with the Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, and then you have Baszler, Bianca Belair, Io Shirai. Love you, Io. My girl, Kyrie. Love you, Kyrie. Please, both of you ladies, stay in NXT. Like, you see how they treated my girl, Asuka? Please, my two, stay in NXT. I don't care. Beg Triple H. Beg him to whatever God you believe in. Beg Triple H to stay in NXT until he takes over. My poor girl, Asuka. You two see how they treated Asuka. Io and Kyrie. Beg Triple H to the highest degree, whatever you have to do to stay at NXT, my two. Please. Alright, if you've seen the picture for the photo, there are ladders placed under Io and Kyrie Sane. So, okay. Due to the ladders being added to the promotional material for the big event, there's now been speculation on the ladder match stipulation being added to the Fatal 4-Way women's match between Bianca Belair, Io Shirai, and Kyrie Sane, and the NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler. WWE has not announced the stipulation as of this writing, but it could be announced sometime between now and Wednesday. Go Home NXT episode on the network. Several fans, include our NXT Fall Sale William Henderson, have pointed out there are 4 ladders placed around, again, Baszler, Shane, Io. It should be noted that the ladder match stipulation has not been confirmed by WWE, but you can see this graphics below along with the current card for TakeOver, which takes place Friday, April 5th. Again, guys, it'll be on a Friday. It will not be on a Saturday. Now, this is gonna be my predictions regardless of it being, if it's even if it's announced as a ladder match on TakeOver, I mean NXT on Wednesday, or if it's not. My prediction regardless is gonna be my prediction. If it is a ladder match, I'm still picking this person. If it's not a ladder match, I'm still picking this person regardless. Now, if you guys have been back on my channel, if you go back and look at my NXT Tampa, I went 2 weeks ago. We were treated to the Fatal 4-Way women's match. We had, it was Baszler, Bianca, Io, and Kyrie. We saw the full match. Now, I don't know if they were saving something, just for the match, or if they literally went balls to the wall. But regardless, the match was fucking good. It was really, really, really good. I'm not gonna spoil you guys, but again, it was a house show, so Baszler did keep the belt. But the 4 of the women busted their ass. It was a really good match. Now, as far as this build up to this match, we've seen on the last couple weeks, or literally you could say last 4 weeks, we've seen Shayna Baszler attacking whoever it is from any women that's been in any match. Her and Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir have been attacking anybody throughout after any match or interfering in any match. They've been beating people down, laying the law down. Like, yo, I'm the NXT Women's Champion. I run this shit here, people. I run this shit. So, how this became a fatal 4-way. It was Bianca Belair, Io Shirai, and Kairi Sane in a triple threat match. Winner was going to face Shayna Baszler at NXT Takeover New York. But my girl Shayna Baszler said, nah, baby. She came down, interfered, and beat all 3 of the women down, which led to when Regal said, alright, Shayna, you think you're big and bad, baby. You think you big and bad, Shayna Baszler? Okay, if you're going to beat up all 3 of them, then fine. You're going to face all 3 of these women in a fatal 4-way. So that's how we got to a fatal 4-way. Now, as far as my girl Shayna Baszler, we know Ronda Rousey is taking time off after WrestleMania. She will be on the Raw after Mania, and she's not scheduled for anything else. So, rumors has it be that Shayna Baszler will be called up to replace Ronda. Well, let's put it this way. To replace her, but not to replace her fully. Even though, again, JD from NY says Shayna Baszler is far ahead in her... Again, I would say she's far ahead in the mic... Oh, shit. Can't play. Hey, Siri! I'll be playing my man Logic. We gotta cut that out. JD says that Shayna Baszler is far ahead. Which I agree in her promo ability and also, I would say, wrestling ability? Well, again, it always depends if you're a face or a heel. Like, for certain people, for example, like Daniel Bryan's a face and a heel. He's still Daniel Bryan in the ring, you know what I'm saying? But, for example, I'd say AJ Styles. AJ Styles is the same way too. As a face or a heel, he's the same. So, but I'd say Randy Orton as a face or heel, he's the same too when he's wrestling. But if it comes to my mind of one person, I'd say Triple H would probably be the same. He would probably be the person I say when it's face and the heel, he kind of works differently. So I'd say as far as Ronda Rousey working differently, she's been working differently as a heel. So I'd say that. But for Shayna Baszler, she's scheduled to replace Ronda Rousey on the main roster when she does take time off. So that means Shayna Baszler is not going to win the match, people. So, Bianca Belair. Do I see Bianca Belair winning? Again, I told you guys before. I love Bianca Belair. But she, to me, would be a better chaser than, just give her the belt. She, to me, would be a better chaser. I love Bianca's promo ability, so I always told you guys I see her as a chaser. Now, comes down to this. Comes down between Kairi and Io. Kairi is over with the crowd. We know that. She's over with the crowd. Kairi's already been the NXT Women's Champion. Io Shirai and Kairi have been teaming up on NXT. Have they not been teaming up? They have. So, I'm going with Io Shirai. I love Io, but I'm just saying, again, Bianca Belair to me is a chaser. And I think Triple H probably sees it to her as a chaser. So, again, this is what I told you guys. As far as the New Day, why can't Kairi and Io be doing the New Day thing, the Freebird rule? They're both tag team partners. I would not mind to see them, Io and Kairi, do the Freebird rule. Where they go back and forth, teaming up. One's a women's champion, other's a women's champion. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I'm going Io Shirai. I think Triple H sees a lot of stock in Io too. I see Bianca more as a chaser. To me, Bianca and Io could have some great matches. If you want to add Kairi Sane as a heel turn on Io, if you want to, that would be cool. Wouldn't mind see them two go at it. I mean, shit, can you imagine that? Io Shirai and Kairi Sane 1-on-1 Takeover in New York. No, hold up. Where's SummerSlam? SummerSlam's going to be in Toronto. My bad, people. Takeover Toronto. Io and Kairi. That'll be pretty good. I would not mind seeing that. But as you guys can see, I'm going Io Shirai to win the women's Fatal 4-Way. Regardless if it's a ladder match or if it's a regular Fatal 4-Way, I'm going with Io Shirai. 1 second, guys. Got a message real quick. Yeah, so that's what I would do. I'm going with Io Shirai. Now, as far as the next match on the card, I'm going in my order, people. I'm going in my order. Let's go with Pete Dunne versus Walter. Now, I don't know exactly how many days Pete Dunne's been champion, but I know it's like at least probably over, 600 days, probably, Pete Dunne's been champion? No. Well, let's just Google that. So, let's Google that stat for you guys 1 second. Pete Dunne. How long has Pete Dunne been NXT UK champion? Shit. I feel like it's been at least about 400 days. I think it's been at least 400 days. Let's Google Pete Dunne's title reign. How long has it been? Let's see. Title reign. How long has Pete Dunne been champion? Oh my gosh. Can they, see, I swear, W with these freaking let's see, hold up. Let's see this. This has to Pete Dunne's title reign. How long has he been champion? Anyways, Pete Dunne won the belt on May 20th, 2017. Holy shit. Pete Dunne been champion since 2017? God dang. Pete Dunne's been champion since May 20th of 2017. Holy shit. Alright, I'm just going to go with it being over 600 days. I'm just going to go with it being over 600 days. So regardless, Pete Dunne's been a long fucking reigning UK champion, okay? Now, it's another issue here, people. Okay, if Pete Dunne does lose it, do I see him being called up? Pete Dunne's another person that... Listen here. Look how Vince has treated EC3. Freaking... The recent call-ups. EC3, Lars Sullivan, Nikki Cross, Heavy Machinery, Lacey Evans. What the fuck have they done? And then you're going to bring up Shayna Baszler and Pete Dunne? God! I'm scared for Pete Dunne too. Listen here. I'm scared for anybody to be called up. I wish they all could have stayed at NXT. Don't even leave the brand. You know what? I'm going to go outside the box here. I'm going to say this match goes to a no contest. Reason why, NXT UK is still trying to establish itself as a top brand. They have great talent on there, but again, they don't have nobody to the Aleister Black, Ricochet type of pop or Adam Cole popularity. So I'm going to go outside the box and say this match will be a no contest. How about this? We'll just go to a no contest. We'll just say, you know what? Pete Dunne is kind of a babyface on NXT UK, right? Yeah, he is a babyface. You know what? We'll just say this. Pete Dunne loses by disqualification. Which has rarely ever happened in NXT Takeover. It's rarely been any NXT Takeover show where anybody loses by disqualification. I don't think it's ever... Has it ever happened on a Takeover show where somebody wins by disqualification? Well, we're going to go outside the box in his preview predictions. We're going to go Pete Dunne loses by disqualification. He probably uses a chair shot on Walter or some shit. To continue the feud, people. Now, the next match we're going to touch on is the NXT Tag Team title match. Now, I also did get to see the War Raiders at NXT Tampa. They look pretty good. They had faced them... Cassius Ohno and some other dude, which I forgot his name, but it was a pretty good match, regardless. So, I'm going with here, of course. You know, the Dusty Rhodes Classic, Ricochet and Black won it, but again, they're both going to the main roster, so there's no way they're going to win these belts against the War Raiders, so we're going with the War Raiders, people. War Raiders are going to win here. I'm sorry. It's going to be a good match, but Black and Ricochet are not going to win because they're going to be pulling double duties as far as WrestleMania weekend that weekend. They're going to be pulling double duties. Double duties. You guys like that? They're going to be pulling double duties. So War Raiders are going to win here. Maybe we move the War Raiders on to facing Street Profits. I mean, there really is not that many great tag teams left at NXT, but there's some good tag teams, but nobody like the level of Undisputed Era. You know what I'm saying? But there's still some good tag teams, but I'm going to go with War Raiders. War. That leaves us with 2 more matches, people. It leaves us with the Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream taking on Matt Riddle, which I heard some great things about these 2 guys. The crowd that was before me in NXT Tampa, the crowd in Sanford, got to see Matt Riddle versus Velveteen Dream. I ran into one of the guys who did go to the show, who came to the show in Tampa. He told me, watch the fuck out. He told me, watch the fuck out. He told me that everybody says Matt Riddle's not a great wrestler, but again, he's improving. He said, dude, watch the fuck out. And we saw Matt Riddle in the Fatal 5-Way, people. For you guys who think Matt Riddle can't fucking wrestle, or he's not great at wrestling just yet, just watch the fuck out, he told me. And I saw it in the Fatal 5-Way. I really did. I'm like, you know what? True that, player. True that, player. Now, Velveteen Dream is going to start to steal Johnny Gargano's hashtag, in my opinion, of Johnny Takeover, or Johnny is Takeover. Velveteen Dream has had some great matches with the past couple takeovers. I mean, the one before, I believe, was the one before him and Ciampa? Was the last takeover, yeah, the last takeover was him against Ciampa. And then the one before that, who did Dream? There was Dream on the takeover? Oh, the last takeover was Takeover War Games, right, people? Hold up. No, hold on. I'm trying to picture. No, the last takeover was Takeover Phoenix. Was Dream on the show? I think Dream was off the show. I don't think Dream had a match, did he? No, he didn't have a match at WrestleMania weekend. He did not. He was in the crowd. Yes, he was in the crowd. And then Dream had faced Ciampa at Takeover War Games. And I believe before that he faced Gargano. Gotcha, people. Alright. So, but anyways, Matt Riddle versus Velveteen Dream for the North American Championship. Alright. Let's be honest here, people. As much as people want Velveteen Dream to come up to the main roster, not yet. I'm going with Velveteen Dream here to win. And I think Matt Riddle and Dream will probably, you know what, they'll have the third best match of the weekend. They will have the third best match of the weekend because I think AJ and Randy Orton, I think they're going to literally go all the way at WrestleMania. They're going to go all the way at WrestleMania. AJ and Randy in my preview. But it will be a good match. I'm going with Velveteen and Dream here to beat Matt Riddle in a great match. They'll have a great match. Now, time for the main event prediction, people. Adam Cole, baby, versus Johnny Wrestling. Literally the last week, I've been going back and forth about this match here, about who I think should win. Again, keyword. Who I think should win and what I think would be best for storyline purposes. Regardless of this prediction, I don't think Gargano is going to the main roster, win or lose. I think he stays at NXT. Win or lose, Gargano will stay in NXT, regardless of this outcome. What is best for the feud here and the rivalry? The best outcome for this is the Daniel Bryan authority angle. Put this as, remember when Seth Rollins was the champion? Was Seth Rollins champion? No, it was Randy Orton was champion. Randy Orton was champion. Triple H, Shield, were all in Daniel Bryan's way. So you guys can see where I'm going here. Adam Cole winning is the best decision for this feud and for Gargano regardless. Adam Cole winning is the best for this feud regardless. He must win. Now I'm telling you guys why. Gargano's back to being a babyface. Babyface have to work. You hear that, guys? Babyface have to work. You must feel sympathetic for them. Like I'm telling you guys here. For example, War Raiders beating Aleister Black and Ricochet. They've already beaten the Undisputed Era. Undisputed Era has already lost to the War Raiders. Okay? Adam Cole beating Gargano is the best way to start Gargano's babyface redemption storyline. Here, okay, people? For example, Adam Cole beats Gargano 2 out of 3 falls. Epic first and second fall. Undisputed Era screws Gargano. Gargano now must chase Adam Cole, who's protected by who? Ricochet. No, not Ricochet. Oh my god. Imagine if Ricochet was in the Undisputed Era. Oh my god. He's protected by Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly. Hey, Gargano, you trying to get to this belt, baby? You gotta go through my 4 boys here, baby. You gotta go through my 3 boys. You gotta go through my boys, Ricochet, Fish, O'Reilly. You wanna get to me? You gotta go through my boys. Hey, why not? Why not add more people to Undisputed Era? You can add more people to Undisputed Era. But regardless, to me, Gargano chasing Adam Cole is the best. It's the best of the best. Somebody's gonna stop Gargano. The best of the best. And then again, remember, they're also continuing War Games. We'll be back again this year. So, but regardless, I mean, when would I pull the trigger? I would pull the trigger at the NXT Toronto. Because, for example, you're going to have what? April, May, June, July, August. You have 4 months. 4 months to get Gargano to work his way, to get that sympathetic, and then you pull the trigger NXT Toronto weekend. And then that way you can give Gargano the belt. Then you can work your way to Survivor Series where you have, if you want to, another War Games. Gargano's side versus Undisputed Era. Okay? Then you can work your way of having Takeover Rumble weekend, which will be in what? Houston, Texas. Gargano, Adam Cole. Last match. You want to do it Hell in a Cell, whatever. First ever Takeover, Hell in a Cell. Gargano, Adam Cole. Last time. But that's my prediction, guys. Again, let me go off my predictions one last time for you guys. If you just forgot what I said, who I'm going with. I'm going with Adam Cole to beat Gargano. Yes, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going with Adam Cole to beat Gargano in the 2 out of 3 falls match. Fatal 4-way, whether it will be a ladder match or if it's not a ladder match. Regardless, I'm going Io Shirai to win the NXT Women's Championship. NXT Tag Titles match, War Raiders. Regardless, War Raiders are going to win. North American Championship, I see Velveteen Dream beating Matt Riddle. NXT UK title match. The first ever NXT match to go to a title match to go to a disqualification. I see Pete Dunne cheating to keep his belt because, again, NXT UK needs to keep stars. And I think the best bet to do is have Pete Dunne win by disqualification. That way he can stay on the NXT roster for now for the UK because, again, they need stars. And Pete Dunne literally is a bigger star right now. You can't afford to have Pete Dunne go to the main roster just yet. He still has to build up the NXT UK brand. So I see Pete Dunne cheating, getting disqualified. So that is my preview predictions, guys, for a TakeOver weekend. See it as being a great show. I don't see why NXT would have a down show. They never have a down show. Okay? Guys, comment down below. What do you think of my predictions? Forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the notification button so you're notified when I go live or if anything is published on the channel. And also the Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram are all down below for you guys to follow me on there. So, catch you guys for tonight for some Monday Night Raw reactions. Hopefully something's good on Raw tonight. I mean, come on, dude. It's the go-home show for WrestleMania. Like, literally, the last couple years for the go-home show for WrestleMania, we had what? We had the Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns tug of war, WrestleMania 31. WrestleMania 32, I don't even know what did you close the show with? Triple H and Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns flew over the rope to all the people out in the ring. And then 33, 33, we're not going to talk about that. Undertaker, Roman Reigns shit. And then last year, Lesnar Reigns again. Please something tonight. If it's going to be Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar to close out the show, something impactful. If it's the women, Ronda, leave Becky and Charlotte both laying. Leave them both laying if you have to build up that momentum, baby. But we'll catch you guys tonight. Hopefully Raw is good. Because God knows. They need a go-home show. Something. Get some momentum behind the Raw. Okay? Whether or not, if you're going to announce the unification match, which I saw a picture yesterday of Charlotte Flair with both belts. I've seen a picture of if it's a unification match, I've seen a picture of the both belts like fused together, half blue, half red, new title. I've seen that. If you're going to do that, announce this going to be a unification match tonight on Raw. Something like that. I know SmackDown will not leave us hanging tomorrow night. But catch you guys tonight for some Raw reactions. Whatever it's going to be. If it's shit, we're going to shit over it. If it's good, we'll be. If it's good, it's good. But catch you guys later tonight for Raw reactions.